for him. And he's stacking them up and going for the big money, and he increases his lead to 30 pins.
Right now, is Marshall wound up or is Marshall wound up? Look at this. All right, he says.
Dave, you remember how he got in here when Couture carried only 5 pins? That's incredible, isn't it?
That's right. That's what happens in the game. Things change so quickly. It can be 30-pin turnover in one frame.
And this is a look for number 5 by Holman. Yeah! Bang! Well, I tell you one thing. He has a reputation that causes him to be disliked by some people, but they're rooting for him here today.
Now, does he run this one out, or does he run it out? Look at this. Yes.
And is he putting some pressure on Mr. Roth? Roth has a strike up of his own. He's bowling in the 5th frame. He's down by 40 pins, and he needs a double to cut that deficit to 30 pins, and he did not carry the 4.
Right now, there's the adjustment Mark made on the right-hand lane. He left the solid 10, and then he left the weak 10, and this time here he really ripped the holes out of that ball coming out to get a little more on it, and it conversely hooked too much, and there's a solid 4.
Holman has won 4 PBA titles and won this year, and he might be on his way and might be beating the very best of the day. By the way, these two bowl together in doubles, don't they?
They sure did. They won the PBA Doubles Classic this summer in San Jose, California. And if Mark's going to get over that $100,000 mark this week, he's going to have to do it from right here. He has no choice but to strike out from here.
Yeah, because second place money of $7,500 won't put him over the 100,000 mark. But he needs a strike desperately to start a string, and he gets it with a late carry of the 10. Don't count him out.
No, but I'm just sitting here looking at Mark's face as he comes back off the approach, and he is pretty disgusted, and yet we're only halfway through the game.
There, 5 in a row for Marshall Holman.
When you're playing for $14,000 first, those first 5 look awfully nice.
That's the way to start a game. Is this number 6? He's high. But he got it! That's 6. There's reaction from everybody here except Mark Roth.
I know Marshall practices his bowling a lot. I'm just wondering if he practices his show.
Better come back down, kid. You have a little more bowling to do. He's 50 pins ahead.
No, he lost the ball.
He carried over the right hit. That's 7 in a row. And like you say, the last 2 hits have not been very good, so he might just very well do it.
So they've been a little bit shady, yeah.
And he is ahead by 60 pins right now.
So relaxed. He is so
Mark
relaxed.
Roth. He's the only one who's not reacting to the activities of this fellow. Give me a drink. Give me a drink. He's up on the ceiling. We better take a commercial here and get this fellow. Let's get him back down off the ceiling so he can go for another one in the 8th frame. He's got everybody rooting for him here. That's what you folks doing in Medford, Oregon. Are you as excited as this fellow, Marshall Holman? He was charged up last night after qualifying. He knew going in here, Dave Davis, that he was a hot item, didn't he?
Oh, he sure did. We talked to him earlier today, and he was really wound up about this tournament. Now, Mark can strike out from here all the way to the 10th frame and shoot 250. Marshall is working on a 250 plus right now, so this game isn't out of the wood yet. Good roll there.
A big hit for Roth. That's a double for him, so he's got something going.
Right, he's got to do it all the way now. It's the only chance he has.
He cuts the lead back down to 50. So we have a match. We have some drama. We had a lot of things here in the last hour and 15 minutes. Tremendous bowling action at the Northern Bowl. I've really gotten a bang out. Hope you viewers have too. Let's see if Roth can make it a turkey for Thanksgiving, which is right around the corner. And there he is. He's back in the match. And right at this point, he's only 40 pins down. Speaking of Thanksgiving, we have the Miami Cardinal game here on NBC Thanksgiving afternoon. And now, looking for 8 in a row, and I'm going to be very quiet as you watch. Here is Marshall Holman.
Hal Myers, the Brunswick Corporation, just went to get the $10,000 check. He's pretty confident.
Looking good to you. That's a better hit than he had before. That's 8 for Mr. Holman. 300 games are not strange to him. He's bowled 5, 3 of them this year, but there have been what on TV, Dave? How many?
3 on TV. One by Jack Biondolillo, John Gunther, and Jim Stefanich. We've had 299s, 3 of those.
He's asking for a re-rack from Harry Golden. So Harry's talking to the people back behind the machines.
He was granted the re-rack.
Was that his first one or second?
That's the second one.
You're only allowed one a game, huh?
That's correct, yes. And after that, you must ask the tournament director for them.
If he concurs, then you'll get it. If he doesn't, you have to bowl. All right. He's bowling in the 9th frame now, Mr. Holman. Come on, Marshall. Come on, Marshall. Get one.
Good shot.
Get one. Yeah! That's nice. Isn't this great? This is terrific. And now he's got to sit and sweat.
Excellent shot. You can see the reach in the follow through. Now watch the ball turn on the end. Takes the 5 out like it wasn't even there.
And now Roth has a possible 250 game.
Mark's just about out of it now, Jack.
As opposed to the possible 300 game. He's got 3 in a row. Comes back with his own answer. That's 4 in a row for him.
Now, this is the disappointing thing about the televised finals. Mark has led the tournament for 60 games and 3 taps on the right-hand lane, and the tournament's over for him.
Yeah, but the same for everybody, though.
That's exactly right.
And he has 4 in a row, and he's bowling in the 10th frame. In a possible 250 game, he could bowl 250 and lose but plenty.
50 to be exact. 50 we hope.
Come on, get another, Mark. Show him what a champion you are. Yeah, he did. Boy, isn't this great bowling? This is just thrilling. I get a big bang out of it.
See, Mark's a little bit disgusted. You can't blame him. He can shoot a 250 game and lose. When you're going for a major title such as the World Open, it's tough to lose with a 250.
We're live. We're live at the Northern Bowl, Glendale, Illinois, right outside of Chicago, and firing strikes after you, one after another. He lifted that one, and he drove it into the pocket for another. Okay, one hit for 250. Isn't that incredible? And Holman is smiling and laughing down there. He's a gay spirit, that kid. I like him.
I can tell you one thing. When he steps up in that approach in the 10th, he will not be smiling.
Okay. He's got 9 in a row. I'm worn out watching this stuff. There's another by Roth for 250. All right, I got to join in the applause there. I got to join in the applause for Mark Roth, who is the leader for the leading candidate for Bowler of the Year. And here's the fellow who's another one of the contenders, Marshall Holman. Let's keep it quiet. He's got 9 in a row.
What it works out to, Jack, is this shot is worth $3,300. The next one is worth $5,000.
He had to get it out, and he did not get it. He can end up with 279. He left the 4th pin. He's an aware young man, and he knows where he is and what he's doing, and he has just thrilled this crowd here at the Northern Bowl.
That's a shame. He just pulled the ball a little bit, just enough to lead the field.
Okay, he almost ran away from that one, by the way. Now he needs a hit here for 279 and a 29-pin victory and $14,000 first prize. Mark Roth will win $7,500 and be at 98.5 for the year for Mark Roth. So an 8 count and 277, and our winner of the Brunswick World Open is Marshall Holman.
Excellent performance today, wasn't it?
I don't know. You know, I don't rub shoulders with him that much. I don't know how people can dislike him, because I think he's just a happy kid who knows what he's doing. He's very good at what he's